Hey guys, so welcome back to another video. It's been about 2 weeks since I ran the Houston Marathon. This Sunday would be 2 weeks. All of last week I just rested. The first 3 days my legs were really sore. By the fourth day definitely started feeling better. Pretty much just did walking, like walked my dog around the neighborhood, and then I believe it was maybe Thursday I rode the bike for like 20 minutes, and then again on Saturday I think I rode the bike again for another 30 minutes. But other than that, that was all I did. Just a complete week off and full rest. This week got back on it, so I did sign up for another race. I'll be doing the Prickly Pear 50k here in San Antonio, so I'm pretty excited about that, to just kind of try out a trail race. And also, you know, going a little longer than 26.2 miles. This is definitely just for fun, just to kind of test it out. Never done any trail running, but it's something that I am really interested in, and that I find, or it seems like it's a lot of fun. Like I've seen, you know, YouTube videos and stuff, and it's something that I do want to try. So I'm excited about this. The course is, you know, a 3-loop course, and it's a pretty flat route, so it's not going to be anything crazy or technical. So I think it's a good place to start and to try it out. So I'm really excited. So that's going to be on March 8th, just like 6 weeks away, maybe like 5 weeks now, because today is Friday. So yeah, I don't have like a lot of time to prep, and especially not like a full block where I expect to you know, go really fast or anything like that. This is just to kind of test it out and have fun. So really looking forward to that. So I did kind of start ramping up training this week. Went for an easy run, and then also did a short workout on the treadmill. It was 2 8-minute intervals at kind of threshold pace, and you know, those two felt well. That first easy run was about 5 miles, and my legs were really heavy, and it was a pretty slow run, but it was good to just get moving again. And the treadmill workout felt a lot better. Started feeling okay. I can start moving my legs again. Also did the sauna that day, so really just trying to get back on track with everything, as far as running, sauna, and my strength training. And that felt good, just working on getting the legs strong again. And now today was another easy run. So I had a full rest day yesterday, and today is Friday, so I did about 6.89 miles on a trail here in a park. So this was my first time on this trail, so I did get a little bit lost a few times, or basically had to like walk to make sure I was going in the right direction. But it was a really good trail, pretty flat, a few ups and downs, but it was fun because I've never done it before. So I was supposed to do only 6 miles, but since I kind of got a little turned around, it ended up being 6.89. But felt good today. You know, pace was very slow. Plus, you know, there were rocks and dirt and stuff like that. So, you know, kind of made sure I watched my footing. I think overall my pace was an average of 14 minutes per mile, but there was some of those where it was walking. So I'm not too concerned about the pace. You know, I'm just barely getting into this, and knowing that I have kind of a learning curve as far as running on trails and making sure I don't fall. So I got some new shoes. I'm wearing the Nike Zigama Trail 2s. The Nike Zigama 2s were on sale, and so they're an 11, a half size bigger than what I normally wear. But according to the guy there and what I read, you know, you do want about a thumb space at the front, and that's kind of what I have on these shoes. At first I did feel a little big, and I wasn't sure if my heel was getting tied down correctly or held down. Really tested them on this like actual trail where there's different terrain, dirt, rocks, and, you know, maybe loose dirt, gravel, stuff like that. So they were really comfortable. You know, my overall time was about 1 hour and 37 minutes. My feet felt good, my legs felt good. So that was one of the reasons I did get them, because a lot of the reviews did say they were super comfortable, especially for long runs, which, knowing that my pace is going to be a lot slower, I know I'll be on my feet for a long time for the 50k, so I figured comfort was probably better over speed. So I wasn't really looking specifically for race shoes or going fast. I think being on my feet for a long time it was more important to go for comfort and, of course, good like stability and stuff and traction on the trail. So the Nike Zagamas are not necessarily the most stable, but they did okay. And, you know, again, this is going to be a pretty flat course, no climbing or technical terrain like big boulders or rocks, so I'm not too concerned. So I did notice, you know, there's a few wobbly parts, but overall I never fell down, never felt like you know, I felt super unstable. So I think they're gonna work. Luckily REI has a very what do you call it, relaxed return policy. They do let you return shoes even after you've worn them, and they encourage that. So I knew I could do that if they really didn't work, because I was thinking of ordering the 10.5 online, but I think those would give me less space in the toe. Overall, the rest of the shoe felt fine. The only thing I was worried about was if my ankle would be correctly held down in the back, if there was going to be any slippage, because it kind of does feel like it, but not like where it's going to come completely out. So I think it's a matter of really finding a good way to tie them. But I had no issues, honestly, on this you know, almost 7-mile run. Felt good, so I think they're gonna work out. That's the plan going forward. So I'll be just sharing how I train and just gear up for this 50k trail race that I'll be doing for the first time. And yeah, you know, just kind of want to really keep trying new things, push myself, and see what I can do this year. So I'm really excited to see how this goes and then what comes next later on. Today is Sunday and I just finished up my long run. It was 13.1 miles, first long run on the trails. It was a lot of fun. It was challenging. I met up with the Alamo City Trail Runners group today, so that was really helpful because this was my first time on this trail and I didn't want to get lost, especially doing a longer run. So it was nice to have somebody who knew the trail and I could just follow. There were 2 other women who were in the group today, so it was a small group, but everybody was really friendly. Went out at their pace at the beginning, which was probably a little too fast for me, but it was good in a way because it meant that I didn't take forever and I was able to get a good amount of miles in. So if I could, today I would have wanted to have gotten 16 miles at most, but I did 13 and that took me 2 hours and 43 minutes, so I figured that was a good place to stop. I didn't want to be out on feet too long today, you know, because I still have a couple more weekends of long runs. So we'll see how far I can get next week. Might push it a little longer next week, but I think you know, coming off of a full rest week last week, I think 13 miles today was a good place to start. Running on the trail is a lot of fun. Definitely got to be more focused, pay attention to where you're stepping, stuff like that. I think I like that because my mind can't really wander. I'm really present in the moment of what I'm doing at that time. With the group, you know, never got lost, so that was great. I didn't have to, you know, worry about the map at all. I did the last 3 miles on my own. The group did 10 miles, did a 3-mile loop on my own and immediately got lost on that part. So I had to like stop and kind of get my sense of direction, and then once I kind of got my sense of direction and looked up, okay, where the loop goes, I did a little bit better. But it was, yeah, like half a mile in and I was already lost on my own. And yeah, so finished that up, had a protein shake, 42 grams of protein, and then a Go bar for some carbs to just start the recovery process. I had the hydration vest with me today, which I think was a good plan. Definitely glad I had it. I had 2 water bottles, each with about 1.5 scoops of raw fuel, which is a combination of carbs and electrolytes. I never felt thirsty. I never felt like I bonked. I also had a couple gels. I believe I took 2 of the SIS beta fuels. So 30 minutes into the run, I took my first gel. And then 30 minutes later, so an hour into the run, I took a maple syrup gel that our friend Hendrik sent us from Vermont, because that one had some caffeine, so I had that. That was pretty tasty, and it was a nice change from the SIS beta fuels. And then 30 minutes again after that, so about an hour and a half in, I had another SIS beta fuel. And so I think that was it. I only think I had 3 gels and then the water. So that felt fine. Again, you know, wasn't going too fast. And so I think I had enough carbs for the effort that I was doing today. So felt good, you know. Didn't feel like totally blasted or exhausted at the end of the 13 miles. Just felt like 2 hours 45 minutes was, you know, good enough for today, and cut it there so I can recover and still be able to train for the next couple weeks, and you know, try to extend each long run a little bit every weekend. Hopefully be able to put in more miles in that time. So yeah, it all worked out great. You know, I'll be using this for the race. So that's why I want to practice with it, carrying the weight of the water, but it is important to have it on. And so as I start drinking it, you know, obviously it gets less heavy, so it's helpful, but it's pretty comfortable. It doesn't bother me at all. The vest is pretty breathable and lightweight, so I think it's good for something like this, because I don't really need to carry a bunch of extra stuff. Really, it's just water and a few gels that fit in here. There's a pouch in the back if I do need to put a couple extra things. So the Nike Zagamas are super comfortable. Definitely not the best on the rocky terrain. I can tell that I'm not very stable on the rocky terrain. That could just be me though. But everything else, they did well. They seem to hold up well as far as traction. They don't feel slippery, and I think most of all, just they're super comfortable, especially for being on your feet for this long, or being on my feet for this amount of time. I don't feel like my feet hurt so much, so I think that's the biggest advantage to these shoes. Training continues, just 4 weeks until the race, so just gonna see how much I can do and see how the race goes. I'm pretty sure it'll be fine as far as, you know, I'm going to finish it. I'm not going to go for a fast time or anything. The goal is just to get the experience and to finish the 50K. Hey guys, so it's still Sunday. It's about 5 p.m. now. Had a good break. I, you know, figured, okay, I'm feeling okay. I'm not completely blasted, and I still haven't done my day 2 of strength training. I could do it now. Like, I have the time to do it. I'm just, you know, wasting time, you know, really just hanging around watching TV. I could keep doing that or go to the gym. So I decided to just get it done because strength training is really important. I know that it'll help me in the long run be stronger. You know, I probably won't go super heavy because, you know, my legs are pretty fatigued. Today will just be a hard day. You know, I got my long run, getting my strength training in, but tomorrow will be a full, complete rest day. So I find that works best for me, just doing my strength training on the same days as my hard days. I'm not having to do like strength training before an interval session or strength training before a long run and then carry that fatigue into those running sessions, because those running sessions are really important into improving my running.